exactly what you want to see. Let's run this puppy in. Score a touchdown and tie this game. Life, run for your life, touchdown on one play. Worked on this in practice. Touchdown. It's up to Kelvin Benjamin. This is all you, buddy. Kelvin Benjamin for a touchdown. Oh, he toasted his man. Holmes toasted his man. Spin move. Oh! Oh! What is going on, everybody? Did you miss me? Did you miss your boy Juice? Oh man. It has been one of the craziest stretches of time in my entire life. And I'm glad it's over. At least for right now. The situation that I have been dealing with my computer is, as of right now, complete. Like, it's fixed. It works. Obviously, because I'm recording this video. I'm just so happy. For now, I'm just happy that I can get videos back out to you guys twice a day, every single day, like I used to when before I took my unexpected 2-week vacation, I guess you could say, when it wasn't really a vacation. It was just me sitting around my house watching YouTube videos instead of making content for you guys. So we don't really have to get into much of it. The basic gist of the situation was my computer would turn on, but it would not show signal to the monitors. I spent countless hours searching up videos, trying to figure out what's going on, why is it doing this, what's happening. Found multiple different solutions, asked some friends, some people that know more about computers than I do. People were saying it might have been a CPU issue, it might have been a motherboard issue, maybe it was a power supply issue. Like, it could have been a million things. That was the problem. So I did all that, tried to figure it out. Long story short, it turned out to be a RAM problem. I had 3 sticks of RAM in there. I had one from the original, the base build of the PC when I first bought it, like 2 years ago now at this point, almost 2 years ago. And then I bought 2 more extra sticks of RAM that I have in there now. And it turns out that first base original piece of RAM was going bad, and that was causing there to be no signal. So that's out of there now, and it seems like that was obviously the problem. So with that being the problem, and with that being totally fixed now, the computer runs like it did run before, but it shows signal. The monitors are all connected. Everything's working. So hopefully that was the only issue. Hopefully I didn't screw anything else up. I had some actual people that work on computers take a look at it, and they said that was the problem. So they got it fixed, and we're back up and running. So that is the whole situation that I have in my PC. Hopefully that's all fixed, like I said. There's been a lot of stuff that I've missed in these 2 weeks. We had crazy things happen in the NFL. Urban Meyer got fired not even a full season into his first year as an NFL head coach. We had crazy games happen. We had crazy stats being put up. Joe Burrow just yesterday put up these crazy numbers. I mean, so many crazy things in the NFL have happened. Plus, we have Christmas this past week. We had Christmas over the weekend. I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas. I hope you guys got everything that you asked Santa for. I hope that you guys had a wonderful, safe, and enjoyable Christmas, or whatever holiday you celebrate. It doesn't have to be Christmas. It could be any holiday that you celebrate. But I hope you had a wonderful and safe holiday season. And now we're back to the grind. We are back to double uploads twice a day, like we always do here on the World of Juice channel. But first, since I asked how you guys have done on your Christmas receiving gifts, let's take a quick look at what your boy got on. So, first up, and probably the most important thing, is this little guy back here. You see this guy right here? Little, my hand right here. There we go. There we go. Little Frieza statue thing. I'm looking to get a little bit more enjoyable things in the background, a little more eye-catching things in the backgrounds of my videos. And hopefully my head doesn't block him most of the time, but he should be in the background for the foreseeable future. Over the time, I may add a couple other things, little statues or gadgets or stuff that you guys could notice in the background. Maybe it's like maybe I'll move them around like it's a little Where's Waldo thing. You guys can have fun in the comments and see who spotted the Frieza statue. That could be pretty fun. But that was one thing that I got. This other thing, I got two other things. And the second thing that I got is this microphone that I'm using right now. Obviously, you guys have seen my old microphone that I use when I stream. I use it when I record videos too, but when I stream, it's in camera view. When I don't stream, it's like this, where you guys can see it. But I got it right here. I'm gonna bring it around to you guys. This is the new microphone that I got. It is more durable. It's probably louder now that it's closer to me. It is more durable. I actually put the foam covering over top of it, unlike I had the other one. So I like it. I think it's gonna be pretty good. Let's put it back into not into focus, so you guys don't have to see it every time. And yeah, that's the second thing that I got. Get it back there. Oh, I got this. Look, take a look at this. So I got a sleep mask that also doubles as Bluetooth headset. So take a look at this. Take a look at this right now. Look at your boy. Look at your boy right now. I could be listening to some jams. I could be jamming out and sleeping at the same time. Like, look at this.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I mean, this is the coolest thing ever. It's like pitch black underneath here. It's so soft. It's like unbelievable. It's one of the best things I've ever gotten. And it's got Bluetooth in it. So, I mean, this thing is pretty cool. You guys should definitely pick one up. It doesn't have to have Bluetooth. But definitely you should pick up a sleep mask if you struggle to sleep. I don't really struggle to sleep at night, but sometimes when I take my day naps in the afternoons and stuff, it's good to have a sleep mask or something there. So I'll put that over on the side. Maybe I'll get to that later. But those are the important things that I got. If you want to let me know down below in the comments what you guys got for Christmas or for Hanukkah or whatever celebrate, let me know in the comments if you're interested. So enough of all the fun stuff. There's actual business to take care of in today's video, and that is, as my camera starts to bug out for, hold on, what is going on? I don't know what that was. I don't know if that showed up on the video. Figure that out for next time. But anyway, hopefully that doesn't happen very often. And if it does, I'll try and figure it out. But the actual big news of the topic of today is going to be about the Ohio State Buckeyes in the Rose Bowl. More importantly, the Ohio State Buckeyes that are opting out of said Rose Bowl against. And I know this is a more sensitive topic than I would like to talk about, but I feel like it needs to be addressed because I'm an Ohio State fan. I covered the Buckeyes this entire season on the channel. You guys know my opinions about the season. We won't get into that stuff, but let's talk quickly about the bowl games as a whole before we get into the whole opting out and the players that opted out. So over the past couple of years, basically since the college football playoff was introduced back in 2014, by the way, the Buckeyes were the first ever winners of the college football. That's not the point. Ever since they were introduced, the other bowl games, the bowl games that weren't chosen to be the two semifinal games and then the actual national championship game, those other bowl games kind of were becoming more and more obsolete as time went on. Games like the Idaho Potato Bowl or the Birmingham Bowl or the Hawaii Bowl, whatever bowl it may be. Insert sponsor and bowl name here, basically. Whatever bowl name you want to throw out there. And you could argue that even in the BCS structure before the college football playoff, that bowl games were becoming more and more irrelevant. It was really more about the New Year's Six bowls in the national championship game, even back then. But now it's becoming even more of even more relevant now with the whole college football playoff. So since that is the case, I don't necessarily need to see these bowl games. Like, it's one thing if it's a Rose Bowl game and it's the Buckeyes versus USC, or it's the Sugar Bowl and it's Alabama versus Georgia or something like that. But if it's the name your bowl, I don't even know. I don't even know any of these bowls. Like, I'll just use one from the example I had earlier, the Birmingham Bowl, and it's like Georgia State versus, I don't know, Toledo. Like, I don't know. Those probably aren't the two teams that were in the Birmingham Bowl. But if it's team, you guys get the picture. If it's like that, nobody cares about that. I'm sure the kids are excited, and good for them. They should be excited. It's a great achievement in your college career that you get to go and play on national television. Some of these teams don't really get a lot of national TV love, and they get to play in this bowl game on national TV. And I understand it. I understand it from a player's perspective why it's an important time. But as a fan perspective, I don't need to see these two teams that I don't care about personally. Most of the entire world or the country doesn't care about these teams. Nobody wants to watch this game. There's a reason tickets for these games are like $2, $3. There's a reason that there's 20% of the stadium filled, if that, for these games. Nobody wants to watch these games. It's a waste of time for the fans. It's not so much a waste of time for the students, because it's a good opportunity for them, like I said, but it's irrelevant at this point. So, circling back to the actual Rose Bowl, I am a little bit conflicted about the Rose Bowl here. It's obviously Ohio State versus Utah, if you did not know, in the Rose Bowl here. Ohio State did not make the college football playoff. They got beat by Michigan in the last game of the season, and then Michigan won the 10, which grow up and take a shower, but they did. So they make the playoffs. They will be against Georgia, I think they're playing. So good for them. But Ohio State will play Utah in this game. And as an Ohio State fan, I don't really care about this game. Because I am of the opinion, that when you're a team like Ohio State or Alabama or Georgia or USC or Texas or Notre Dame or teams of this high caliber, even a Michigan, because they're brand name. Teams of this high caliber, it's either national championship or bust. Clemson, even, I know they had a bad season. Clemson, it's national championship or it's a failed season. Disappointing. That's just how I feel, and that's not. You can ask a million other fans of other teams that I mentioned, of those high caliber teams, and they'll probably agree with me. 90% of them probably agree with me. There will be the outliers that say, "Oh, this is a big game. You care about the Rose Bowl. You care about all these big games." Like, I like the Rose Bowl. It's a good game. It's a good experience. I like the Parade of Roses or whatever it's called. I like all that stuff. I like the festivities. I'll still watch the game, but it's a failed season. You lost to Oregon at home. You went to the Big House and got embarrassed by Michigan. It's a failed season for Ohio State. There's no way around it. You can't look at this season and you cannot argue that this was a successful season. Yeah, CJ Stroud looked really good. That's promising. Yeah, you had Jackson Smith and Jigba break out and have an amazing season when pretty much nobody thought he was gonna do as well as he did. And you had Steel Chambers be the best linebacker on the team when Just last year, he was a running back. So, I mean, there's some bright spots. Obviously, like, you can't deny that. I can't deny that. There was some amazing things that happened this season. But when you look at the big picture, it was a failed year. That's all you can really say. What else can you say? It was a failed year. You lost to Oregon when you should not have, and you lost to Michigan when you should not have. You should have been undefeated this year. You should be in the playoffs. They're not. And I know I sound like a bitter Ohio State fan. I'm just telling the facts. Ohio State should not have lost to Oregon. They should not have lost to Michigan. And they should not have been embarrassed the way they were against Michigan. Michigan was the clear better team. They ran the ball. Ohio State knew they were going to run the ball, and they still didn't stop it. So that's a whole discussion for another video. But so getting back to the whole point, I'm getting off on a little bit of a tangent. Getting back to the whole point, Ohio State, as a fan, I'm not as excited about this game. And maybe that's a couple of things. Maybe it's because obviously they're not playing for a national, or they don't have the possibility of playing for a national championship. They're playing against Utah. I mean, Utah had a good season. They got some good players, but it's Utah. Maybe if they were playing Oregon, it'd be a rematch and I get a little bit more juiced for it. Or if they were playing USC or UCLA or something like that, a higher prestige name, maybe I'd get a little bit more excited. But it's Utah. I mean, they're a good team, but the Buckeyes are probably going to win this game. And I don't know. Maybe when it gets closer to the Rose Bowl, we get even closer. I know we're pretty close to it already. But as we get closer, end of this week, into the actual December 31st when the game is played, or maybe it's January. I forget when the game's on. But whenever the game is played, I'm obviously going to watch the whole game. I'm a Buckeye fan. I'm not going to miss this game. But it doesn't have the same feel for me. And I can understand why players opt out. And there's been, as of recording this, 4 Ohio State players that have opted out of this game, and they are 4 really, really big names. So we'll start with the wide receivers. Obviously, Garrett Wilson. I knew, the entire world knew, that Garrett Wilson was not going to play in this game. He's got first-round pick written all over him. He's even got probably top 10, top 15 pick written all over him. He's going to make some NFL quarterback very happy next. He's a lock first-round pick. I knew he wasn't going to play in this game. It's not a shock. Chris Olave, on the other hand, who just announced he was going to not play in this game late last night, I was a little bit shocked that Chris Olave said he was not going to play. He's going to opt out because he came back for his senior season. He could have obviously left after last year, maybe have been a late first-round pick, probably high second-round pick, but he bet on himself. He chose to come back for his senior season, play against Michigan, hopefully beat Michigan, obviously do that. But he did bet on himself, and he had a really, really good year. He's now the all-time leader in receiving touchdowns in Ohio State history. So congratulations to him. He's got a chance to get 1,000 yards for the Ohio State Buckeyes and end his career with 1,000 yards in the season in this game. I think he needs like 60-something, 66, 68, something like that in this game against Utah to get 1,000 yards. That would be the 3rd Ohio State receiver this season to have 1,000 yards. Obviously, Garrett Wilson and Smith and Jigba also have it. So 2 receivers won't play in this game. It's going to hurt Ohio State's offense, but I mean, Smith and Jigba, like I mentioned, Harrison Jr., Marvin Harrison Jr., Julian Fleming, Emeka Egbuka. There's depth at wide receiver. I think the Buckeyes will be fine. Then on to the offensive line, Nicholas Petite Ferrer. I think I pronounced that right. I never knew. He's been here for 4 years. I never knew how to pronounce his name. I've heard it pronounced a couple of different ways. He is also opting out of this game. He's been a solid offensive lineman for this team, moved around a little bit with shifting on the offensive line with people coming in, leaving. So he's been a solid player. He graduated from here. He's an amazing guy. He's an amazing player as well. And he's going to be probably a 1st or 2nd round pick as well. Probably more on the lines of a 2nd round pick, but who knows? Maybe a team will get desperate like the Raiders did last year. Alex Leatherwood, nobody thought he would be a 1st round pick. Got taken. So maybe Nicholas Petite Ferrer will be a late 1st round pick. Who knows? He will not play in this game. And the one that surprised me the most, even more than Chris Olave, was Haskell Garrett. Haskell Garrett has decided to opt out of this game as well. He will not play. I personally am a huge fan of Haskell Garrett as a person, even more than a football player. This dude is a horrific human being. And I'm a little sad that he's not going to play. I am a little sad that he's not going to play. He's obviously an amazing talent, probably a first or second round pick as well in the NFL draft this year. Funny enough, though, I think he's going to play in the Senior Bowl. Now, I know that there's a lot more scouts, NFL scouts, that go to the Senior Bowl than go to just general big-time bowl games. There will be scouts in the stands for the Rose Bowl, but obviously the Senior Bowl is more scout-driven. It's what they're there for. So he is going to play in that game, as far as I know, as of recording this, but he will not play in the Rose Bowl. And these guys are tremendous talents, but I understand their decisions. I'm not one of these fans that are bitter or upset that they're choosing to opt out of this game. I've never been that kind of guy. I've never been that kind of fan that says, "Oh, you signed up to play here. You should be fully committed to playing here until you're all the way done. Like, oh, you have to play. You signed up to. It's a commitment to the team." No, things change, man. Things change. I mean, especially with the money that is in college football nowadays with NILs. I mean, just so much stuff is different than even 5 years ago, even 2 years ago at this point. So much stuff is different. I completely understand that this is a business decision. I would make the same decision. I know it probably wouldn't be a popular decision, but if I was in Garrett Wilson's shoes or Chris Olave's, where my agent's telling me I'm going to be a possible high first round pick, and I have the option to get ready and train and not risk possible injury and get drafted and make that money, I'm probably choosing to do that. And you guys can sit and say, like, "Oh, I wouldn't make that." Yes, you would. You would. If somebody's offering you a signing bonus like that when you get drafted in the first round, even the second round, the signing bonus is still really good. Or you can play in this game and it risk possible injury. And yes, I know, I understand that you could get injured in training for the NFL draft. Yes, I know injuries happen anytime, literally anytime. But it's a lot easier to protect yourself from injury when you're not getting chased by really, really fast defensive players. So I completely understand 100% in these guys' decisions to opt out. It doesn't make me mad. I am a little bit upset that I don't get to watch them one more time. That the last time I got to watch them was in the losing effort to Michigan. But I am excited to see these guys in the NFL. I am excited to see where these guys get drafted, so I can root them on in the NFL. Is that the way to say it? Root them on in the NFL? Yeah, I think that's the way to say it. So cheer them on in the NFL. So I'm excited to see them in the future in the NFL. I think they're all going to be really, really good for their teams, especially Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave. They're going to make NFL quarterbacks really happy, whoever they get drafted to. I kind of wish that one of them falls, maybe even Chris Olave falls to the Patriots, because the Patriots need an offensive weapon. Chris Olave could bring that. So that's a different story. But I just wanted to say that I am not upset at all. I understand this decision completely, that they are going to. I'm not upset at all. I'm not upset at the fact that they're choosing to opt out. I am upset that I don't get to see them one more time. That's what I'm upset about. But I'm not upset that they made this decision. Completely understand it. I'm not bitter about it. I'm not anything about it. And you guys really shouldn't be either. I mean, they're making a business decision. You guys make the same decision. So that's just what I feel about it. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think about the whole, not even just this situation with the Buckeyes, the whole opt-out thing, not playing in bowl games. And for the record, I fully believe 100% that all four of these guys would play if they made the college football playoff. No doubt in my mind about that all four of these guys wouldn't miss that, obviously. So, and that just brings me back to my point where the bowl games really don't matter, even the big game like the Rose Bowl. So let me know down below what you guys think. I am happy to be back, hopefully for the long haul. Double uploads twice a day, every single day, like always. I'm back, baby. I'm back. I hope you guys are ready for me. I hope you guys can handle my stupidity, my anger, my weird comments, my weird commentary. Hope you guys are excited. I'm back, baby. Get ready. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching. Make sure to smash that like button, hit that notification bell, and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club. See you guys in the next one. Peace.